So cool. Who's ready for a little racing on the streets of Chicago? Time to get the engines cranked for NASCAR's first ever street course race. Next.
Take me to my damn YouTube channel. Come on, little YouTube app. Let's do this. Let me know that sweet sound is working. Before we kick this thing off. Connor Mosack in the 19. He's in a good ride today. That's going to be interesting to watch. I watched Cup qualifying. That was pretty fun to watch, actually. Oh, look at the big ad for the Grimace birthday shake. I got to try that Grimace shake. I know I said no more sugar, but Dylan said it tastes like Fruity Pebbles. So I've got to try it. I know tomorrow we're getting Popeyes here for the first time. Popeyes opened today in my hometown, and tomorrow we're gonna go get it. We went to Chili's today. Hey, it's an NXT commercial. Can't wait to not watch that. Money in the Bank's going on right now, so gotta watch that later.
Today, these skyscrapers will be the backdrop for an event Chicago has never seen. NASCAR takes over Grant Park for the first ever street race in Chicago's front yard. Hello, everyone. Alongside our crew chief, Steve Letarte, Rick Allen with you. Steve, you have grown up around NASCAR your entire life. Have you ever felt an aura or seen a backdrop like what we're seeing here?
Rick, I think I'm standing in the city of make-believe.
I feel like I'm watching a golf game, or Steve Letarte and Rick Allen are standing in front of a green screen.
World-class 12-turn road course that's set up in Grant Park, next to the lake, in the middle of Chicago. I couldn't have dreamt it, and now that I'm here, I'm glad somebody did. It is truly an unreal event.
Like we've done before on road course races, we will do what's called radio-style broadcast, and that means that we will hand off from one broadcaster to another. Once they come down
radio style
to Columbus Drive and Balboa Drive, Mike Bagley will have the call through turns 1 and 2. Once they go from turn 2 on DeSable Lakeshore Drive and into turn 3, Dale Earnhardt Jr. will be down there off of Lakeshore and Roosevelt Road through turns 4 and 5. Then they will head up north on Columbus Drive all the way to turn 6. And yes, Mike Bagley will have his head on a swivel as he will be calling the action in 6 from Columbus and Balboa over the bridge, over the railroad tracks, and through Congress Loop all the way to turn 11, where Jeff Burton on Michigan Avenue.
This is some fantasy track shit. It's a wild time to be a NASCAR fan.
Over the bridge and the railroad tracks back onto Columbus Drive.
I know that much. It's a wild time.
We'll be calling the action right there in front of pit road. We want to check out the guys up with an elevated view today, and we're going to start off with MRN and Sirius XM's Mike Bagley.
Rick, thank you, and good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to downtown Chicago. I've been calling races in this sport for 31 years. I never thought this day would come. It has, and it's enough. The vibe is so intense. It's
It's enough to give you goosebumps. What a special day, and we're so glad you're a part of it. Dale Jr.?
Yeah, right next to the Field Museum down here in Turn 4. There's been a party going on all afternoon at this part of the racetrack, and everybody's in for a treat when these cars come down here through these corners.
This is exciting. I don't care what anybody says. I'm excited. I've been thinking about this all week.
Glad to be part of it. After they exit here, they're headed over to Jeff Burton in Turn 7.
It's so much fun standing down here. You have to understand, I'm right here at Michigan Avenue. There's streets. These streets are full of shops, restaurants, people. It is packed. There's tons of excitement, energy down here. Loud excitement, great time. Now it's time to get it on.
This is the coolest shit ever. It just looks cool. I said that all along. It's going to be really cool.
From Chicago's West Side, actors, producers, and community activists, Lorenz, Lamar, and LaRon Tate, the Tate brothers.
Chicago, are you ready? They're ready. Drivers, start your engines. Let's go.
Word.
Yep, I got you. It's a great command. When we come back, we're going to make some NASCAR history. Can't wait to get it going.
Unfortunately, we have to hear Jeff Burton's voice. No, I'm kidding. I'm not Twitter. I like Jeff Burton. I like pretty much everything about NBC. I'll be right back. Yuki, how you doing? Oh, Yuki, don't apologize. I mean, my mind was like, man, if this was real, I'd be really mad. Because at Richmond, you knocked the shit out of me. Other than that, we raced pretty well. I thought the first opening laps at Pocono were good. Hell, part of Richmond was good. Darlington was good. I know you kind of got screwed because a wreck happened. The game didn't throw a caution for some mysterious reason. I'm glad you weren't a dick who made a caution on purpose, because you could have kept trying and made a caution. So you could have Hocevar'd me. You could have been like Carson Hocevar and bring out yellows on purpose, but you didn't.
It's NASCAR Xfinity Series
Woohoo!
Chicago Street Race.
The GTA trilogy is downloading on my Switch as we speak, but I'm going to watch WWE Money in the Bank after this race. I've been avoiding spoilers
You see the streets
so I can watch wrestling and enjoy it later.
Lake Michigan. The streets that are running parallel, starting with DeSable Lakeshore Drive. That'll be from turn 2 through turn 3. And into
I
turn
watched Cup
4.
qualifying. That was fun. How about Jensen Button and that how do you pronounce that dude's name in the 91? They kicked ass in qualifying. Homeboy in the 91 qualified 3rd. Jensen Button qualified 7th for tomorrow. Hamlin and Reddick won 2. Definitely the heavy favorites. I knew Reddick would be. I'm a little surprised at Hamlin, but I like Reddick and AJ Allmendinger tomorrow.
From turn 7 to 8 and from turn 10.
A couple of these quarters are so insanely narrow, and we're about to have our first race on this.
Well, Rick, I'm near the entry of Pit Road. Pit Road this weekend on South.
Yuki, I find in general on NASCAR Rivals the car's harder to control because of the analog stick. The touch on the analog stick is not as steady as a PS5 or an Xbox One, but I can play it. I like it. I'm used to it. I just know that it's not as stable. It really hurts me at Daytona and Talladega trying to just, hold the line around the bottom,
Essentially parallel parking their race cars to make pit stops on South Columbus Drive right here
Racing right on Lake Michigan. That is wild.
All have the same problem today. That view. I've got the spotters up here on the President's Paddock. These are the ones you just talked about, helping the drivers get into their pit box and helping them get off of pit road successfully as they come in off of Columbus and get back on Columbus. They'll also see them go by at 150 miles an hour and call them into turn one. The drivers hope to hear the word clear a lot today. Marty, they really just hope
Look at
they
that.
hear from their spotter.
Well, Dave, Grant Park
That
is where
pit
all the
road
celebrations
entry,
happen in
man.
Chicago, in the middle of that, Buckingham Fountain, a signature of Chicago for almost 100 years now, and it's the middle of the NASCAR fan zone. You can get your souvenirs right over there. Folks have been lining up all day long, sometimes 20 and 30 deep, to have their picture taken by the NASCAR logo. And right over there,
Is that Don Cheadle?
that is where
Nah.
you can get a Chicago dog, you can get a little
That brother looked like
popcorn
Don
as well.
Cheadle. He
It's
looked
a
like
deep
old
dish
Don
pizza.
Cheadle.
Further down, the concerts that were happening all weekend
Watching the
long are
race.
still going on tonight.
Yeah, this is cool. Look how cool this looks.
If you want,
I feel like I'm not even watching a NASCAR broadcast. It seems so cool. Love and marriage, love and marriage. I'm sorry, I think I'm married with children when I say that fountain.
Smells, sounds of Chicago.
This,
And
I
guys,
tell ya,
out on the courses tonight,
brother.
or today, we've got Mike Bagley. Give us a little
Get
bit
these
more
fuckers
detail
rolling. Let's
as to
go.
what
Let's get
we're
this
going
race
to
on.
see from your vantage points.
Well,
This is
one of the
cool.
things that's going to be interesting, we just documented Columbus with Kim and Dave.
You guys remember the NASCAR Chicago Street Course in NASCAR 2009?
Simultaneous
For 360 and
with the
PS3?
left-hander in turn one. When they navigate turn one, that's a very tight corner. You don't want to cut it too tight. You might clip the inside, and then you hit the outside.
Kevin
wall.
Harvick
Once
turned
you
too
clear that,
tight on turn
then
one
you
and
race over to
qualifying,
turn two,
bounced off the
and you
inside
hang
wall
right.
and
You
catapulted
hang
into
that
the
right
outside
off
wall.
Turn two, that is DeSable Lakeshore Drive, and that's the first opportunity that these drivers can really open these cars up. And when they do, it's all going to be about decision making, Junior, when they reach your feet in turn four.
Yes, right. They're coming through turn three, which is a slight bend, full throttle into a hard braking zone. A lot of bad content, rough surface through this braking zone into turn four. But you also narrow down from 5 lanes to 2.5 lanes really quick. So if there's any arguing over positions, that's got to sort itself out quickly before they go into turn 5. When they get
The
up to
last
turn
2
5,
laps of our
it's
Darlington
2,000
race.
foot
You know why I
straightaway.
pitted before the overtime in our Darlington race? Because Richmond pissed me off because you got enough cautions to get back to me. And I knew you were at least a lap or 2 down, but I'm like, you know what? I'm going to pit here before this green white checkered so I have fresh tires if we get multiple green white checkers. I just got the lead back, powered through turn 2 on the final lap, and then the caution came out. But the drive to get from 11th to 1st was beautiful on my part. What's up? SCPG? SCP? I'll call you SCP.
We don't know anything about until this race starts.
A whole new set of problems. That's what these
Sheldon
drivers
Creed
are
has to
looking
start in the
forward to.
rear. He
Take a look at
qualified
the start.
second, has to start in the rear. That's
Cole Custer, Sheldon
pretty
Creed,
shitty.
a couple 25-year-olds out of California that were scheduled to be on the front row. Cole Custer will stay there, but Sheldon Creed, a wreck in qualifying, he will have to go to the back after fixing that.
It's amazing how they're going to be able to shoot this race.
Unfortunately,
God, it looks so cool. Tell me that doesn't look cool if you're looking at this broadcast.
Race Xfinity driver today. He'll start in road 6. Sam Mayer in the 1. Also,
That is just so damn
He'll
cool.
have to go to the back of the field for the start.
Don Miguel Paluto's name on there. Spencer Pumpelli, guys that are used to going left and right, very established road racers.
I love seeing the traffic lights change on some of the streets they're racing on. You can see the traffic lights.
Absolutely be tested. It won't just be how fast, but how aggressive, how close they or dare get to the action in front with these narrow corners.
This is a great sight here as we see them 2 by 2.
This is worth it for the visuals alone.
Turn 3 and headed to turn 4. Steve, the track facts for this 2.2.
Well, good. I'll start calling you Secure, Contain, Protect. Hey, Secure, Contain, Protect.
7 of which are straight 90-degree corners, which make for great passing zones. Speeds up to 150 miles per hour. That'll get you a speeding ticket on Lakeshore Drive for sure. And that's where the fastest part of the track is, DeSable Lakeshore Drive going into turn 4. All the way down to 35 miles an hour in some of these very tight sections. That technical sections, turn 7 to 10 that Jeff mentioned in his on-camera. Remind everybody, these cars weigh 3,400 pounds. So, you know, they're not nimble Indy cars. These are big, beefy stock cars. It's going to be fun. And one new little twist, the restart zone today is between turns 11 to 12, not on the front stretch where normal. So they're going to restart all the way over here before entering the
That's
last
probably a
corner.
good
Here
idea and
it
for the
is.
best to
We're
move that
gonna get
restart
going,
zone
come
back.
around the last corner. Not, I don't want to say spread out, But let's try to get a little less 4 and 5 wide. We've seen that really mess up some other road courses.
Thank God the Indianapolis road course taught us that, yeah, we got to spread these fuckers out.
Yeah, so they will be in line.
Using lessons learned from the Indy road course, we have a restart zone in a different area. Ooh, we're coming to the green.
Deviate from the line they're in if they want.
We're coming to the green, boys and girls.
Start line.
Well, listen, so we set the stage, we set the event, let's set the pressure, right? We have things we don't know. We have a road course we've never seen, a street course we've never, ever seen in NASCAR. Potential weather, so many things. Remember, if it rains, they're going to
If it rains, we'll race. We got wet weather stuff.
So many unknowns.
Cole Custer in the 00. John Hunter Nemechek in the 20. They make up row 1.
This is exciting. I know the Cup race is tomorrow, but we're to see this today.
Around the course.
Pretty damn cool. I don't care what anybody says. This is cool.
The inside as they come through 12 will be Cole Custer outside of
I wish I was there, even though it's probably like 9,000 degrees. Although it's cloudy, it's overcast, probably just humid as fuck.
to get underway with the first ever street course race in
Great launch for Custer out of the new start zone. Feel like I'm watching an IndyCar race. Custer went way out there. First trip into turn 1. Custer and Nemechek. Austin Hill, Connor Mosack. And the first half of the field makes it through turn 1. That new restart box is nice. And here we go. Down the long straightaway to turn 3. Everybody made it through the first couple of corners. Turn 4 is where this thing's going to get shitty for the first time, I think. Watch turn 4. This is where this shit just narrows up to where I can't believe they're racing in it. Woohoo! I can't move them tires back a little bit. Custer, Nemechek, and Hill get away. Up and over the bridge, down the hill.
Great job by these drivers. A completely new restart. It spread the field out, and now they're just learning. Now they're saying, hey, this is a long race. We know how many incidents.
See what if NASCAR has to learn anything from today to adjust for tomorrow. This is why one of the reasons why this race is so important. Here comes another tight corner. Turn 11.
the bridge and into turn 12 for the final time. He led the field to the green flag and also
Custer's going to lead lap 1. Let's see if everybody gets off the final corner, and we can say the whole field made it one lap.
John Hunter Nemechek.
The 44's coming to Sage Karam coming to pit road. He's got a right front tire down.
Karam has made his way onto pit
That is a
road.
tough pit road entry and a tough exit.
Damage already.
Yeah, 44's fucked.
You see the sparks from the suspension.
The 92, Josh Williams is on pit road already. He's still on pit road, I think, from before the race started.
Sage Karam and the 44. Let's take a look what happened exactly. Oh, right front lockup. Looks like
Right
it's
front
already
lockup,
down.
but the tire was already down,
Heading
looks
into
like.
turn
12, 11.
I think that was 11.
So they're going to go to work on the right side. See if
Well,
they can
okay,
change
show the
that tire,
race.
get back out
We
on
get
the
it. He's on
course.
pit road. Don't be like Fox now, NBC. I love you.
And Custer on his way back, man.
Here he comes, 5 now down the straightaway. He's going to go late on the brakes. And now, not to lock the brakes up, he's going to skim the inside of turn number 6. That's what everybody's doing. That's where the speed is. That's where everybody wants to be. Over the bridge, down the hill, another 90-degree right-hander. That's turn 7.
We got to give out 36 speeding tickets in the city of Chicago.
Great shot. Look how tight these corners are. Look
All it's going to take is for somebody to cut one corner too close like Kevin Harvick, and they're going to crash everybody behind them. Harvick got away with it in qualifying because he was running by himself.
right-hander into turn 7. Now watch this sweeping corner. Watch this. Right against his wall on the right. Now uphill, climbing the hill. Gets it right to the center. Now he's going way.
I think that sweeper there around the plaza is my favorite part of the track.
Heavy braking zone right in front of me. Then back in the throttle as quickly as you can. To
We apologize to the citizens of Chicago for dealing with this massive inconvenience for our entertainment.
Brennan Poole on a lap. And again, running right along the front bumper as you've got the pit stalls on the right side, grandstands on the left, and the skyline of Chicago in the backdrop.
See how Brennan Poole navigates turn 1. Here he comes. He's going to cut that corner. Not as close, though, as some of the others, but he will swing it wide. That's turn 1, and now he'll go wide driver's left. cut it back, driver's right, skim that wall, swing it wide out of turn number 2.
So far through turns 3 and 4 and 5, no big issues. I'm really, really surprised.
I'm surprised that they've made it through turn 4.
I think they're still, with the limited time they had practicing today, finding the limits of this racetrack.
Custer and Nemechek are in a class of their own. Well, Austin Hill, really the top 5, pretty close to each other.
Connor Mozak, the top 4. This is the area of the racetrack we were talking about earlier. This is Congress Plaza Loop.
I would have probably bet on Allgaier today.
Cars moving around. That's turning.
Michael's working. I didn't get a race bet today.
John Hunter Nemechek
You can see the city traffic in the background on that shot. That's amazing.
Hill behind him in the 21. Justin Allgaier, an Illinois native, in the 7. Chasing
Where's all the boomers? Has anybody been shot yet?
Connor Mozak.
It's not safe being in Chicago.
Into the front straightaway.
Fucking
That
dumb
90-degree
boomers.
left-hander into 1. And while the leaders may be tiptoeing away for first and second, what a good battle now with Connor Mozak running in 4th, Allgaier in 5th. You got Hemrick in 6th. That's a good pocket of track.
Hemrick is having a good run. He qualified, what, 10th? He's up to 6th. Justin Marks in the top 10. He's been out of the car for a good while. I see a little bit of rain, a couple of drops here and there on a camera or two, but nothing major. Looks like we got a pass for 3rd shaping up here possibly. Or no, Mosak's just taking a defensive line because Allgaier's heating him up now.
He's ready to go, but he's got to get by him. Can't do it. Here he comes over the bridge, down the hill into 7. Allgaier just waiting for a lane to open up.
I love that paint scheme on Allgaier's car.
Remember, 50 minutes of practice. That's it. That's all the time they've ever had on this racetrack. So Connor Mozak trying to drive away from Allgaier. Allgaier trying to find a way to outbreak Mozak. Where is the passing zone? Where is his weakness? Where will the racetrack allow me to make a pass without damaging my race car? All that is being learned right now.
And they continue to learn on the fly as Mozak was looking back.
Coming to lap 5. Oh, Justin Marks. Oh, did Justin Marks blow a transmission? Oh, that's going to be a full course yellow. Oh, he spun right in the middle of the track. Thank God they threw that caution. Thank God they threw that caution. Yeah. Caution, caution, caution. Justin Marks looks like he blew up. Spun out in turn 11. Oh, man. Yeah, I had high hopes for Justin today.
Yeah, I can see oil now just right on the inside lane. So let's go back and watch it. You see right here.
Right in front of Riley Herbst. I think Riley Herbst got some minor damage from that. I think he popped into the back of the 10 there when he started blowing up. And then the 10 spun out in his own oil, and oof.
Fortunately, that's in a very slow part of the racetrack, and no one else.
The caution was out, and he was in a slow part of the track. So
Had a really good practice. He was going to be a threat today. Sage Karam almost comes in here and takes him out. But just really disappointing for Justin. He had a very
perfect timing for a commercial.
We talk about the challenges of the street course for the driver. Let's not forget about the equipment. Hard on the engines, all the upshifts, the downshifts, and in the end, it looks like a mechanical issue is going to end the day for Justin Marks.
Take another look. What happened here? Coming through the Congress Loop, the engine expires for Justin Marks, and the caution comes out here in Chicago.
Well, that sucked for Justin Marks. Be right back. Yuki, I didn't get a bet today. Michael was having to work. Really hate that for Justin Marks. I'm a big fan of his. Oh, well. What's up, Caden? If you DNF in a corner sponsored by McDonald's, that means you get a free bag. At the very least, they should give you a Big Mac.
Just populated city in America, and it has produced some amazing groups, singers, musicians, including...
You know, I mentioned earlier how moving the restart zone way back, you saw how good that was for the first lap of the race. At Indianapolis, it doesn't matter how far you move that fucker back. You're coming onto the front stretch and everybody's flying off into turn one at a 90-degree angle. But for this track, it definitely helped get everybody through the first couple corners and spread the field out a little bit. I know we all want to see big wrecks and pileups, but we don't want to see a fucking clown show like Indy's been the last couple of years.
Peacock Pit Box, located right there next to Buckingham Fountain. And DJ and Brad, all right, what have you seen and what have you been impressed with up to this point?
Yeah, I think, Brad, the thing that this reminds me of is the first time the Cup cars went to Indianapolis Motor Speedway in 1994.
I was there.
That race started, and it was like everybody wanted to get through the first few laps and the first part of that race.
Now that they've had 5 laps of practice here, I think they might start to heat up. Watch turn 4. I keep saying turn 4 is where some shit's going to go bad today.
A part of the finish here today. But what have you seen?
Yeah, I agree. I think everyone's done a great job of just making sure they can get some laps in. But I think Cole Custer took advantage of the field.
Yeah.
Everybody was asleep on that restart or the start. He took off and
Yeah, Custer just had a hell of a start.
It's going to ramp up as guys get more and more comfortable because that's the only way you can pass.
This will be the first restart of the day where it's up to the lead car. You know, the green flag starts the initial start. Now Custer's going to be in control, and you saw how he already smoked them on the restart where he really wasn't in control.
Especially with someone as accomplished as Justin Marks. But it did happen. He's out. We'll be back for the action to ramp up here as we get ready for the restart shortly.
Poor Dale Jarrett struggled through that one. I bet you somebody was yelling in his ear there. Take it to break, DJ. What are you doing? I just pulled out my phone and was going to go to Twitter, and then I remembered I'm avoiding WWE spoilers, so I can't go to Twitter till after the race. Let me check on my Switch and see how GTA's downloading. So GTA San Andreas and GTA 3 have downloaded. Vice City is downloading now. I picked up Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 and Minecraft. Yuki, do you play Tony Hawk or Minecraft? Because I picked those up after I left Chili's a little while ago. We need other games to play too. I mean, I want to play NASCAR the most, but if you had Minecraft or Tony Hawk or Friday the 13th or whatever, I'd love to play Tony Hawk with someone. I can dog your ass in some Tony Hawk. Yeah, Caden, me and Yuki raced for a couple hours today. We did Daytona, Richmond, Dover, Pocono, Charlotte, Darlington. I don't think I'm forgetting anything. I think I'm better than Yuki expected. Yuki's got more experience in that game than me, but hell, it's just NASCAR Heat 5 with a different car, so I kind of understand how the game works. He can attest to the fact that I'm a beast at Darlington. No, I don't have any Mario games yet. I want to get Pokemon. I almost bought some Pokemon a little while ago, but I held off. I just went with Minecraft and Tony Hawk, and I got Friday the 13th coming in the mail. GTA got here while I was gone to dinner. Like I said, they've pretty much all downloaded now. GTA 3 is the last one downloading. I don't know what order I'm going to play those games in. I'd like to stream them. I don't know if I can. I'm going to try to stream the way that thing told me how to on Xbox and my Switch, because I'd really like to stream those and stream the next time me and Yuki race together so you guys can see what happens, because it was pretty fun. Took me a few laps to figure out Pocono. We were having a hell of a battle at Pocono. He had the advantage on me, like I said, because of experience. It's like, I don't know how to drive Pocono in a next-gen car, and then after a couple laps, I really figured it out.
Save when you bundle motorcycle, RV, and boat insurance. Visit Progressive.com. Aerial coverage brought to you by Pods. Moving this summer, save up to 30%. Pods.com today. 12 turns, 2.2 miles of street course here in Chicago, and there are places to watch.
Dover was fun. I loved racing Dover.
We've seen them on
Dover, Charlotte, and Darlington in particular were a lot of fun.
from everywhere. Marty?
Pocono, when I figured it out, loved it. I'm pretty good at Pocono.
When they're under green and also when they're under caution. This is the first race I've ever been to in my entire life where a DJ is in the middle of pit road hanging out. He's spinning the tunes for everybody, not only in the president's paddock right there, but everybody on the front stretch here. They can hear the music even under.
I hope a Trackhouse car wins tomorrow.
Any request from the DJ here on pit
Since
road?
poor Justin Marks got screwed today, I hope a Trackhouse car wins tomorrow. What's up, Alex? How you doing? Oh, who's my pick to win? I didn't get to make a bet today, but I picked Justin Allgaier. I like Justin Allgaier. This is a long caution. The 10 car blew up and there's shit everywhere, all through the circle, the loop there, and into turn 11. There's oil everywhere.
We ran into one gentleman. He had all kinds of questions. Big Formula One guy, been to Formula One. What exactly is this class, that class? How does qualifying work? Had a lot of great questions about the event and the races this weekend. So, I mean, look at them. They're everywhere.
Yeah.
If there's an available seat, someone is filling it.
A perch that they can enjoy the racing from, like the guys on the perches around the track for us. And want to check in once again with Bagley Jr. and Jeff. And Bagman, so just a few laps already.
Another thing I like about the NASCAR Heat multiplayer, I like racing with the AI, but I like that there's only like, what, 16 cars on track total? You know, you get to race with the AI, but there's not too many that they're in the way, you know? So I think it's like a good old school style NASCAR game where there's 16 cars on track when you race online.
Yeah, I'm seeing the same thing down here, Bagley, in turn 4. Everybody's being pretty
Looks like they're
smart
doubling
about
up for a
this first
restart.
stage. I think the intensity will ramp up in stage 3, especially. Probably more toward your end of the track at stage 6. I think 4 and 5 really set up for a pass down that long straightaway in that braking zone. Yeah, I think just a ton of patience so far. But look, this is not that long.
Compared to Nashville, the amount of restraint these drivers are showing in the Xfinity Series,
We know it's going to happen.
chef's kiss, props to him, because Nashville got a little out of hand.
Make stuff happen.
Guys were being flat out fucking dumb last week
I think the first one was a very
during the
calm,
Xfinity race at
business
Nashville.
restart,
Just flat out
but
stupid.
I think everybody learned with this new restart procedure at this racetrack what they can and can't do, and now they're going to go on attack mode and try to pick up positions getting into turn 1.
Somebody reach above Connor Mosack there and fix that Toyota sticker hanging over his head. My OCD's driving me crazy right now. The thing's hanging down. Caden, there were some dark clouds and a lot of thunder here a little while ago, and it drizzled. I thought we were about to get nailed with a monster thunderstorm, but it moved away. Still pretty cloudy outside, but it looked dark. It looked like the gates of hell were going to open up outside when I was leaving GameStop.
A little further to the south is the Field Museum, Shed Aquarium, Adler Planetarium.
The Planetarium.
The Bears, Soldier Field.
Damn, Soldier Field just down the road from where they're racing right now. That's pretty cool. Literally just down the road. Soldier Field, can't wait to watch the Bears suck again in a couple of months. Looking forward to that.
The grass was torn up about halfway through the season. You know, one thing I love about Chicago, among many things, is their commitment to their sports, and I think that's why this race coming and NASCAR coming so cool. Chicago's one of those towns, ones like Boston, New York. You're not a casual sport.
Shout out to the douchebag in the "come and take it" shirt walking down the street there.
Don't like the Packers. I mean, that's how it works. These divisions and these different.
What? You mean Bears fans don't like the team that stomped their ass twice a year for the better part of 50 years now?
Jordan Owen, part of 2311. I will say the NASCAR shoe game has been as strong as it can be. It seems like everybody I know is going to have a fresh pair of Jordans when you come to Chicago. You got to have a little bit of flair.
So let's help with the wardrobe.
Damn, another commercial. It's the third fucking commercial break for this caution.
And cleared, and we'll be back for green flag.
It's like Road America with cautions, this damn street course. It's going to be long yellows, and that was a lot of oil on the track. If we get a weather delay, I'm going to play GTA on my Switch. No, I'll play NASCAR. I want to wait to play GTA to see if I can stream. And if I can't stream, then I'll just play it off stream. But I don't know what GTA I'd play first. I've been thinking about San Andreas a lot lately because I've been saying ever since I got the Switch that as a kid, the idea of having San Andreas on a handheld was insane to me. And here we are. I have the GTA trilogy in the palm of my hand right now with my little Switch. Yuki, when we were racing earlier, were you playing with your Switch docked and on your television, or were you playing a handheld? I was playing with my dock on my TV. Caden, if you've got NASCAR rivals, you should join up and race with us. Get that Nintendo Switch online. Is there a storm near the track? Nah, there's clouds and a little bit of rain. There was like a couple of little drops, but this is just a lengthy cleanup for the oil spill off the 10 car. I keep wanting to look at my phone, but I'm like, don't! We're trying to watch wrestling later and not have it spoiled. And we're back. Please tell me we're coming to the green, for God's sakes.
Is free to join. All you have to do is sign up. You can earn points all season by watching races.
Well, Yuki, it's okay to be desperate, but it was kind of dirty. Desperation leads to dirtiness.
Visit NASCAR.com/fan-rewards. Marty.
Rick, a lot to play for John Hunter Nemechek.
I was kicking ass on restarts at Richmond.
Being the championship regular season points leader, and I asked him earlier for the key word today. He thought about it for a second, and then he said survival. He said, I learned that early in practice. He wheel hopped on one of his laps in practice, accidentally hit the wall. They were able to knock it out. He said, that told me they have to back it down just a little bit in the race. He said his entire goal, Dave.
You get me on the front row on a restart, I'm fucking out of there.
Hunter Mosak is in the dark blue, number 19, running fourth. He's new to some NASCAR fans. He's 23 years old from Charlotte. Has spent most of his time in the Trans Am Series and ARCA Series.
All Yuki did at Richmond earlier was give Eric Almirola a free win.
Two street court races with the exact same barriers that are on this course. The Nashville Street Course the last 2 years, he finished second and third. Kim?
Well, Brett Moffitt had a great qualifying effort, qualified in the 7th position, currently holds that position. I asked him what the goal is for today, and he said making the most.
So now that we've had this 45-minute caution, we're about to get a big pile up in turn 4 and another lengthy caution run.
And we have to keep this track position. To do that, you heard Marty talk about survival. This team echoed that. They said they have to keep their fenders intact and hope they're in position for a strong finish. And for this team, a good day is a top 10 finish with a clean race car.
The AI in NASCAR Rivals is sneaky good. Eric Almirola hasn't won a cup race since New Hampshire in 2021, but he just won the Xfinity Series race at Sonoma a few weeks back. Over Kyle Larson. Eric Almirola beat Kyle Larson on a road course. The Xfinity race at Sonoma about a month ago. Yuki, next time we got to get into some road course racing.
Yeah, Rick, I'm really interested to see when they get to the
see how you handle road courses.
Right here, what lane do they pick? Remember, this restart zone, you guys explained it, is before the last corner. So do you pick the outside lane so you can get momentum and leave turn 12 going to turn 1, or do you pick the inside lane? And that's a question that everybody is watching. All the Cup drivers are watching this. Everybody's trying to learn that we've never had this restart procedure before. The reason we're doing it is because on some of the road courses, turn 1 has been a complete mess with tons of cars going in there. You can see Custer, he went to the right side, so he is going to be on the inside lane, leaving.
We're coming to the green. Been under caution for 4 laps. 3 laps, really. coming to complete the 4th caution lap. Imagine if Connor Mosack wins. Well, in a world where Ryan Truex won driving that 19 car, I think Mosack can get it done today. I see. I wanted to say raindrops, but I can't tell. Here we come. Second time through the restart zone today. Custer, great launch at once again. Man, Custer's really taking advantage of being the leader. He's got him figured out. All right, let's see if anybody's more aggressive. Nemechek trying to outbrake him, cross him over off of 1. Here comes the rest of the field into turn 1. Nemechek got through turn 1 really well. Custer didn't take off to the big lead he did on the first run. Nemechek might have got beat in the restart zone, but he didn't get beat through the first 2 corners. The whole field looks like they're making it through again. Here comes turn 4, the trouble spot, the anticipated trouble spot. Dale Jr. down there in turn 4. They're all clean through there. What a great job these drivers are doing. To think they looked dumber at Nashville than they do on the street race. Ooh. Oh, yeah, Miguel Paludo. Dale Jr.'s brought him out of cryostasis for another street road course Xfinity race.
Can he stay there? No, there's no way. It's just so narrow. Can hardly go through there side by side. See that 26 car? Agrala, he was pushed it to try to make something happen, but just couldn't do it.
2 car lengths the gap between the top 2 as Cole Custer.
Up and over the bridge. I love when they come up over the bridge and you can look in the city and see the traffic.
Top 4. Riding along with Connor Mosack.
Complete another lap under green. I'm really impressed.
And into turn 1.
Connor Mosack in the number 19 cars running in the 5th position. He's trying to do some overtaking coming in the corner. Going to go a bit wide. Didn't hold that corner as tight as I thought he would. That's going to cost him a car lead.
Hey, he didn't hold it tight. He didn't want to be like Kevin Harvick in qualifying. So, Caden, you going to race with us? That'll be fun. 3 of us.
Cole Custer comfortably ahead right here. Nemechek in second right there, and then another
3 of us can team up and beat the AI at Daytona.
great run today. Running in 3rd position. Almost hitting that wall through the middle of 3 or 4 and 5. Onto this long straightaway. Mosack under a little bit of pressure.
Yeah, this straightaway is about 4/10 of a
Yuki, next time at Daytona, our strategy should be you block the high lane, I'll block the low lane, and I think we'll keep them behind us. Allgaier got around Mosack on this little run here. He was chasing him down before the caution. Allgaier's got a real good car. I picked him to win. This is a big race for him, too. He's from Illinois, so you know he wants it bad. I love the way the cars come up off that bump around turn 10.
11 laps complete, 55 laps is the race. 44 laps to go. We expect the fuel window to be about 30 laps, so you can't make it to
30-lap fuel window. That makes sense given the slow speeds because of all the tight corners. I was going to say it's a big track, but yeah, about 30 laps on fuel.
Watching Connor Mosack in the 19, getting up to about 115 miles an hour. This is turn 1, going down to 50 miles an hour. He'll now squirt ahead just a tad, go almost to triple digits. This is turn 2.
Yeah, Alex, the 2022 update is in Heat 5, and it crashed my game and tried to erase my progress, so I complained to Sony, got my money back. So I'm not getting the 2022 update for Heat 5. It can go fuck itself. I'll just keep playing Rivals. I love how the track narrows and widens out at different points. Those straightaways are nice and wide, then you get in these corners and you just have no room to breathe.
Let's see what Connor does. Up to 135. Now he'll woe it down to about 55, 50, 49 miles an hour. Quickly back to the gas down the hill to 7.
Connor Mosack doing a really good job. Former Junior Motorsports late model driver. Several Trans Am wins. Just doing a really nice job here. He's accustomed to street course racing, as we talked about before. He ran the street course in Nashville. Trans Am Series does a really good job.
Yeah, I had the 2022 update, but got my money back for it. Thank you, Sony. A rare W, getting money back from Sony on the PlayStation Store.
24-year-old making just his 10th start in the Xfinity Series. It happens here at the streets.
Custer's got him covered. He's a second and a half in front of Nemechek again. Nemechek charged them first two corners on the restart. But Custer's trying to check out again. Allgaier's got speed, just nowhere to go with it.
This is the battle for the 4th position. Right now, about 3 seconds behind the race leader. Here they come now. Allgaier off of 1 through the short shoot to 2. See what Mosak can do with him on this long straightaway.
I like seeing Austin Hill run so well on a street course.
These cars are in the shade right here all the way around the racetrack.
You're looking into Minecraft, Caden? See, Minecraft is like you got to make your own fun. We could figure something out. I bought it today. I told my nephew, I'm like, I'll play Minecraft with you.
Junior Justin Allgaier trying to hang on to the 4th position there, but he said something very interesting. Said the car is starting to lack a little bit of forward drive. That's part of his issue. But he also said, I'm still trying to figure out where there's lap time at this track. Jeff, that's an important point.
I see the occasional raindrop on an onboard. Like I said, just sprinkle here and there.
Until the final lap of this race.
I'm not aware of any racetrack we've ever been to where we got such little time. And it's a very unique, very difficult racetrack. So there are big chunks of time that drivers can find. But the problem is they don't know where it is until they push and try to find that speed. And of course, when you try to find it, you make a mistake, then you hit the wall. So that's risk versus reward. Still a long way to go in this race.
Long way to go. Stage 1 will end in 2.
Custer, Nemechek, Hill, Allgaier, Connor Mosak, 2 to go in stage 1. Remember, no stage yellows because it's a companion race with the Cup Series. There's no stage cautions in this race. Whatever, if we find something interesting enough to do in Minecraft, I would gladly stream it. If I could even stream with this thing. I'm going to try to do that. Set that up tonight. Because like I said, I'm watching wrestling after this, so I probably wouldn't stream anything tonight. But when wrestling's over, I'll mess with it. Got a side-by-side battle, Sammy Smith and Hemrick for 7th. Going up and over the first bridge, down the hill, towards the plaza. Hemrick's going to take it. Sorry, can't see the racetrack. There's skyscrapers in the camera shot. That's pretty cool. This is such a visual trip. See, I really hope I do have a way to stream on the Switch with my Xbox. Or I might bust out the shitty capture card and mess with it again. I don't know. I really want to be able to stream on this thing. It would be nice. We're on 1 to go in the stage, and they're doing a side-by-side. Custer and Nemechek once again in a league of their own.
Loop 121. The final lap of stage 1 about to happen on an oval.
You're going to make Tennessee in Minecraft. Could you make Rutherford County, North Carolina in Minecraft if you're going to make a meth lab?
Stage points. As a matter of fact, the stage winner would get a
Stage 1 winner, Cole Custer, who's been on fire lately. Slower start to the season than we expected, but for the last month or so, Custer's been on a roll. He's getting back to that old Xfinity Series Cole Custer form.
All the strategy, all the opportunity to do
So we stay green here, no stage yellows, thank God. Today is a day where we're going to be really glad about no stage yellows. You saw how long the caution was for the engine blowing up on the 10. Sheldon Creed started dead last. He's up to 17th. 16 laps in. That's pretty good. Sheldon Creed qualified second, had to start dead last, but he's up to 17th.
Gets 9 points, and you see the points in the breakdown of stage 1 and how they ended there.
How about Preston Pardis running 11th?
5 laps in his Portland road course win just 3 races ago, and already he's been out front all 15 laps of this one. Mike?
Watching this battle that's been going on just outside of the top 5. Here comes the 11 of Daniel Hemrick, and he's got Parker Kligerman in the 48, Chandler Smith in the 16. This has been jammed.
Sun's poking its way through the clouds for the first time during this race, I think.
Found his way through, but Jeff Daniel Hemrick has got a lot of company at his back door.
Normally Bagley would
Ew.
have cars stacked up behind another car.
In
That
the
means
back
the
door.
leading car is holding them up. And if that's the case, you're going to see that orange car perfect.
Yeah, Hemrick's doing a phenomenal job of getting in the way at the moment. Sammy Smith finally got by him, and now he's holding up Parker Kligerman and his teammate Chandler Smith.
Get forward momentum. The key is to get momentum on a corner like this, where you can gain on the straight and get in the braking zone. But that blue and white 11 of Hemrick's able to drive away on corner exit.
So where do you make the pass? I think this is a great opportunity. The orange and white car, Parker Kligerman, too far back, 3-4 car lengths. He's going to need to be closer than that if he wants to make a move on that 11 car in front. Off the end of the front straightaway, they come into turn 1. That again, Hemrick in the 11. Parker in the 48 is able to close that down. They continue to race for the 8th, 9th, and 10th position. Meanwhile, Chandler Smith has got a front row seat for the best show in the house.
Yuki, you remember my pass through where I got my left side tires in the grass of turn 2 at Pocono? I don't know. I just thought of that. We got a caution. Oh, the 34 car has crashed hard. Turn 1. He looks like he got some help. Or a tire went down or something.
This is his very first ever Xfinity Series.
Caution early in stage 2. He's parked up against that tire wall.
Street course for the Xfinity Series.
Right at turn 1.
You see the tire
At least Jesse Awuji's not in the race.
into the tire barrier at the end of turn 1. End of the front stretch into turn 1.
Yeah, is that tire marks on that pit wall? Looking back down pit wall there.
It does.
Contact.
It does.
The car may have gone down control there in the braking zone.
Okay, maybe he didn't get help.
Just kind of coming to the screen right here,
Whoa.
just going straight.
What
tires
in the
locked up.
world? Hard lick.
Mechanical
Where's Andy Petrie? Hard lick.
I mean, he's obviously
Damn.
completely out of control.
Can they get anybody to drive that 34 car that doesn't suck?
Oof.
Damn, good God.
Looking
Look at the wall
speed, I would
bend,
say.
though. That's awesome.
Something definitely happened at the lift
Do
point.
that in a cup car tomorrow. You're going to have CTE.
What great work by that tire barrier to absorb that impact. 4 or 5 rows of tires in front of. There's a great view, right? So to your right, that's turn 6 of Columbus. To your left, that's turn 1 on Columbus. That's where they kind of mix. Right in front of Mike Bagley. Bagley, did you hear that impact into the tires, or did the tires kind of even soften the blow noise-wise?
Never heard a thing. He came into turn number 1. I didn't even know that he had hit it.
Something had to have broken. I'm going to choose to believe he's not that bad of a driver, even though I don't know who the hell he is.
Those tires are there, so the driver just doesn't plow straight into concrete. That softens and cushions that blow that he just took. And as we saw, he was able to climb out of that race car. He's been able to go to the care center and get checked out.
The New York City, New York native, Andre Castro, a University of Chicago alum.
So that's why he's in this race?
After slamming into the tire barriers in turn 1.
Let me check the progress on GTA on the Switch. Vice City's almost done downloading. I guess after that I'll put Tony Hawk in and download that. And then I'll do Minecraft later, and then I'll do Friday the 13th when it gets here tomorrow. So I'll actually have some games on my Switch now instead of just NASCAR. Although NASCAR is what I'm going to primarily play the most on this thing. I'd like to get a 2023 DLC update for NASCAR Rivals. Could that possibly happen, or would they just botch that and fuck it up? Caden, speaking of NASCAR 08, I keep saying over and over, this track makes me think of NASCAR 09 with that Chicago street race. Michael, you live in Illinois. You ain't been shot yet. Anybody done a drive-by during this race? Sorry, I'm doing my best Brett Griffin impression. So far, so good with this race. Been pretty tame. Had 2 cautions now. One for a massive engine failure and one for somebody eating the turn 1 tire wall. It's been pretty smooth. No clusterfuck restarts or no pile-ups into a tight corner yet. That's going to happen at some point this weekend, you would think. Dylan's thinking about getting a switch. I think when Dylan sees me play it and probably watches me race with you, he'll be eager to get a switch. If I can't stream on the Switch, I might stream some NASCAR Heat 5 tomorrow. I was thinking of doing another full Xfinity race. NASCAR Heat 5 might do that tomorrow, but if I can set up to stream on the Switch fairly easily, I'll probably just stream that tomorrow afternoon. Race isn't until 5:30 tomorrow.
On the streets. Well, tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern on NBC and Peacock, the USFL Championship game. It's the Pittsburgh Ballers versus the Birmingham Stallions. Game at Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium in Canton, Ohio.
There's Soldier Field again. The Packers might not bitch slap the Bears so easily now, but I bet they still bitch slap them at least one of the 2 games.
1986, Rick. Need my Patriots. Man, refrigerator Perry and I.
From here on out, you never liked the Bears?
That's correct. Since 1986, I was 7 years old. It was a moment in life that really changed the.
Let's see what if Allgaier can do anything now on this restart. He's going to be starting on the 2nd row again.
You remember?
I think Allgaier's got good pace.
Remember the Super Bowl shuffle?
Custer's just got this place figured out. Through qualifying, through restarts, control the race.
I don't want to see Steve do the Super Bowl shuffle. I'll pass, Rick. So this would say, you know, hey, they can't make it all the way from here. And Steve talked about it earlier. There should be one stop today. But here's the dilemma. A lot of teams are considering pitting. It's a little tougher decision for crew chiefs than you might think. In fact, a moment ago, Andy Street told Austin Hill on the radio, they sit in 3rd. He said, my plan is I want to stay out here, but I don't want to be the only one who is here who doesn't come to pit road. So they could pit here, Kim, put on their 4 tires and take fuel only at the end if they need it.
Yeah, Marty, same conversation on my end of pit road, but I'm watching Chandler Smith and what he's able to do on the racetrack. His only top 10 in the last 7 races came at Portland, a road course. So I asked him if that gave him confidence this weekend, and he said, no, this course is new. Every single corner.
It's about that time. It's July, motherfucker. Training camp start in a couple of weeks.
He's learning fast because he's running in the top 10.
Tim, this morning, Sheldon Creed told me on the track walk, I want to lead practice, I want to get the pole, and I want to win the race. Didn't quite happen because he crashed in practice going for the pole. So he started at the rear of the field. He's up to 16th. He's reported that the backup car that they got out, is just as good as the one he tried to qualify on the pole with. Just having a little fuel pickup issue right now. But the 2 is going forward. Don't count him out.
That fuel pickup issue, it can be a concern because the way strategy works, as Marty pointed out, you would imagine you're going to be low on fuel towards the end of this race. So I don't know what the fuel pickup issue is, but you need that system to work as efficiently as possible to pick up all of the fuel. Remember, these cars don't have gas gauges, right? You weigh the fuel in, decide how much it takes, do a little bit of math, assume you got it full on the pit stop.
Is pit road open? See who pits here. This could set up fuel mileage shenanigans later on.
So I moved to TV. I ran out of gas enough times. I said, this is going to be better. But this will be interesting because
Denny's Yahoo paint scheme tomorrow is the same as Nemechek's today, and yeah, it's pretty sweet. What do I always say? More purple race cars.
Maybe, but avoiding trouble while doing it, nearly impossible. The track is just, the twists and the turns, and there's trouble around every corner, as we've seen already in practice.
You mentioned the word trouble. Well, anytime you're in the Midwest, the possibility exists of maybe a storm popping up, which rain is not a problem, lightning is. And within 8 miles, there was a lightning strike.
Oh, boy, lightning strike.
So, per NASCAR rules, and what they have done.
Should I stop the stream and come back later? We might.
NASCAR hasn't claimed it has been close enough yet.
Oh.
From our standpoint, there has been a lightning strike just outside of 8 miles.
Oh, never mind. They're not stopping it yet. Pit road is open, and there's a number of cars pitting. There was a lightning strike just beyond 8 miles, which is outside the limit of what would constitute a red flag and delay. So let's hope it fucking stays that way. We're still going to race for now. Pit road's open. We carry on. Rick Allen had me thinking we were going to stop. Look, it's a street course, but it's a road course. The thing it's most similar to is a road course. You run road course setups for this. You're shifting like at a road course. And what's up with the 39? He's stuck behind the 38. That's a narrow pit road. That looks like an Indianapolis kind of pit. Actually, it's wider. The close-up made it look more narrow than it is. So we had a lot of cars pit here. And if we get a lengthy caution, it could set up fuel mileage shenanigans, which could flip this race completely upside down. Custer's got a hold on it right now, but remember all these guys that pitted.
Yeah, kind of the back half. It looks like maybe 20-ish stayed out.
Said you could make it like, what, 30-ish laps? And we're going to restart with like 34 to go. You never know. Don't let this be 2012 Pocono. Well, that was back when we raced on through lightning. That race is the reason we no longer do it, because somebody got struck by lightning in the parking lot and died. Jeff Gordon won. But yeah, that race is why we have the lightning rule, where if it's under 8 miles, we red flag it.
The reason for the caution coming out, we had Andre Castro get into the tire barrier at the end of turn 1. So the field's still bunched up behind the pace cars. They work their way around this 2.2.
Let's get this one to go and let's get moving.
Course here in Chicago.
I got wrestling to go watch.
NASCAR to let them know to double
on road courses, Yuki, they do not do cautions after stages. Road courses from now on have no stage cautions, which is how every race should be, but that's another story.
So unique as racing on the streets. Chicago and any major city in America, it just has not been done before by NASCAR. And this is the first ever race at the Xfinity Series level on a street course.
You know, Rick, there was a lot of trepidation coming of what this course would look like and how it would flow. But I think Denny Hamlin said it the best after Cup qualifying. He'll be on the pole sitter tomorrow for the big Cup race. And
the drivers, teams, and fans requested no stage cautions, because road course strategy becomes a lot more fun if there's no guaranteed cautions. So you can't base your strategy around when you know the caution's going to come out. Now we have the element of you don't know when a caution's going to come out. This is our second caution of the day in the first 20 laps, and it's just opened up a possible strategy play for guys that are not in contention. We'll see.
Sammy Smith all with wins already this season.
I would come back down pit road coming to 1 to go and top off. Pack this fucker full of fuel and see what happens. With the weather later, because this track does not have lights. Yes, I know there's street lights, but that will not be good enough to light the course. So they're racing against darkness if we had a long delay here. Sunset's not until just before 9 o'clock Chicago time. So we're not up against darkness yet, but if weather comes in and that becomes an issue, we could have a shortened race, and those guys that, you know, just pitted would be in good shape. So you don't know what's going to happen. That's why we watch. Hey, I got all the GTA games downloaded on my Switch now. Let me take the cartridge out and I'll put Tony Hawk in and let that start downloading. Yuki, I'm not entirely comfortable with pulling these cartridges out of the Switch yet. It kind of gets like stuck in there. I don't want to break my damn games. I also like how small they are for convenience, but I also hate how small they are. I love how small the cases are. Hell, I think the cases should be smaller. It would actually be a lot more helpful to take this thing on the road if the game cases were smaller. All right, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2. Download, software, update, blah, blah, blah. So here I am, doing everything. You need to learn how to play Tony Hawk. I can't believe you don't play Tony Hawk. Caden, what's the impossible? What are you attempting?
Those families.
I don't know why I unmuted a commercial. And we're back.
Choose taking place and the field.
Choose Cone. Here we go.
Restart here.
We're going to win J.J. Yaley the 07 championship. Dude, even better, win Casey Mears the 08 championship.
Closing in on the halfway point of the race. Again, 55 laps total. Through turn 12 or 11, up to 12, and coming back into the restart zone.
Restart zone. Here we go.
Cole Custer.
Custer breaks out of there again. Here comes Allgaier underneath Nemechek for second. Allgaier finally put a good restart together here. Does the leader have too big of an advantage in the restart zone here? Ooh, Allgaier. A little wide out of turn one. I was worried because there's not a lot of runoff room here. He's underneath Hill for third. You go. Go, Allgaier. Go. I would have bet money on you if I could have. Allgaier moves into third place.
The drivers are not acting like they were in the first stage or the first start. They know this could be it. We could be very close to green flag pit stop. So,
oh, the 19 got to the 21. How was that not a wreck? That was turn 4 as well. We had our first turn 4 near miss. I've been preaching about turn 4 all weekend. What a great camera shot that is. That is awesome. NBC, I love you. Brett Moffitt, top 5, motherfucker. Whoa, did Hemrick look like he was spinning out coming around that corner. They're getting a lot more aggressive. Still clean, but a lot more aggressive. They're pretty comfortable with this track now and what they can do. Ooh. Ooh, man, a 21 and the 19 are going to kill each other. Keep an eye on that battle. Hemrick got by Sammy Smith.
There comes Paluda right there, that bright green number 88. Thank you to Junior Motorsports for the paint scheme. It's a little different than Allgaier. We can point it out. Cole Custer, he has really figured out the restarts. I know the restart zone's a little new, but doing a nice job.
Hemrick to the inside of Mozak. Connor Mozak's having a tough run here since this restart. He's sliding around, getting used up. Guys are not playing around anymore. Hemrick's aggressive, we know that. Oh! Barely gave him enough room. Oh, the 18! Little bump. I thought they were going into the corner. The 19's slow all of a sudden. He's getting run over back here. 18 and the 11 just passed him. He's creating a lot of action here in the top 10.
Turn 6 and
ooh.
Contesting the spot again.
The 18 and the 11 can't get away from each other this race. That'll be a hell of a camera when somebody eats shit around that corner.
What a shot. That makes you, oh, here we go. Now a little push it.
Woo.
A little shove it.
Hey, that's Sheldon Creed in 11th place. Once again, started dead last. had to fight hard for every spot.
Street courses, we're gonna have
I'm pretty sure he
strict
stayed
terminology.
out. I don't think he pitted under that caution.
Two of Sheldon Creed, he has been aggressive all day long when others have been a little.
Caden, I miss old NASCAR games when you could like do your own chase for the cup and pick the field. I used to do it random. Pick a random driver to play as, then pick random drivers to do the chase with. Sammy Smith passes Hemrick for 6. They've been back and forth the whole race.
You see how he timed that to actually leave right on the bumper of the 18 to try to avoid bleeding time to the car behind him. And now we see Creed clear of the 19, a little bit of gap in front. Sheldon's going to try to use that gap as much as possible, run him down.
So the 50 of Preston Hart is just behind them.
We're not far from halfway through the race.
Established road racer. There's the 50. Single file, but Steve, not for long. These guys seem to be setting each other up, learning every lap where they could be a little bit.
Who's that that had all that damage on the left front? I missed who that was. Was that Josh Berry?
Single corner. You may see a pass. So now we see two wide Palooza with a crossover that double 88. So
Oh, we got a spinner. Spinner, they cut away from it. Did they not see that? I could have swore somebody just got knocked sideways and spun out. Did they save it?
Like this right here. This is not a passing zone. This is basically a speed zone. You have to get through here with enough pace that you have a chance when you get to turn 11 and come back towards the front stretch. This right here, we're looking at Congress Plaza Loop. Now we're looking at them heading into turn 11, a right-hander up and over the bridge.
Because of the weather in the area, and I mentioned that lightning strike earlier, some of our higher cameras are not able to be used right now. And so that is why you're seeing a little bit closer to ground level vantage points.
Yeah, so that's
Uh-oh.
we have a caution on the race.
Caution is at the lightning strike. Don't tell me.
And NASCAR is telling us that that caution is for lightning. And so
Well, we're about to red flag the race.
In a very tumultuous spot in the race with 31 laps to go.
I'm going to go to
Bring
weather.com.
everybody into their fuel window and also give everybody to catch their breath. Figure out what they need different. Practice this morning was very broken up. Started on wet, switched to dry. Tires, that is.
There was a lightning strike within 8 miles now.
6 laps to go in stage 2, and the caution comes out for weather here in Chicago.
Strong thunderstorm, blah, blah, blah. Oh, I still got that on performance mode. Chicago, Evanston. I'm trying to fucking read this shit. Let's take a look at the radar before I decide if I'm going to stop my stream and come back later when this race resumes, because I don't feel like sitting here all damn day. 2007 chase. J.J. Haley, Mark Martin, Clint Boyer, Reed Sorensen, Jimmy Johnson, Casey Mears, Jeff Gordon, Tony Stewart, David Stremme, Kurt Busch, Ryan Newman, Robbie Gordon. Yeah, that's a fucking group for you. And I can't go to Twitter for Bob Pockris for fear of seeing a WWE spoiler, so I'm going to hang out here with you guys. Okay, so it's just after 5 in Chicago. Where'd this fucking mystical lightning come from? Because I don't see anything on the radar. See, am I missing something here? Or is that radar just busted? Those weather statements again. If another lightning strike happens, this stream is over until the race comes back on. Now there's a lot of bad shit to the south. of Chicago. I don't know. Hard to say. Hard to tell. Uh-oh, did my shit freeze? Never mind. Let's see what they're talking about when they come back. Well, they have the balls to be honest with us.
NBC Sports coverage of NASCAR on USA is brought to you by Credit One Bank, a credit card company.
God hates Chicago.
So anytime you go to a new track, obviously you've got to learn it. You have to know every inch, every turn, every straightaway. Well, we asked the Xfinity drivers, please draw what the Chicago street course looks like. This is how they did it.
What's up, guys? NBC asked me to draw the Chicago street course, and we'll see what I get. It's going to be interesting. We're just going to start right here in the middle. We'll go with the start line here, because I feel like that's probably a little too long.
And then you kind of go up and around. I don't know what building this is, but there's something here.
Then they came close together somehow. Left, right, left, right. That's a little too far. I feel like that's pretty close.
Wait a second. That's not bad.
It's gonna need some work. I feel like other than my little area right here, I feel like I did pretty good.
Mine kind of looks like a long-nosed dog or something.
This track looks way better than the track I designed, so I'm glad they went with their design. Chicago.
What was Parker thinking?
I mean, what state is he in? Has he ever even seen Chicago? What kind of prep did he do? Now I'm gonna have to give Allgaier credit, other than the little, like, I don't know, call it like if that is the long-nosed dog, then that's like the mouth maybe over there. But it was pretty impressive.
Cars coming down pit road.
But of course, being from Illinois, he's very familiar with the streets of Chicago, so he knew.
This is fucking unfortunate. I want to go watch wrestling later.
Again, a lightning strike in the area. No precipitation. If it was,
You're delaying me from watching WWE Money in the Bank.
The wet weather tires, and they can continue on. But with lightning, they have to bring them onto pit road. So that is what they're doing.
Just
now,
stupid.
If
you get struck by what I always say, if you get struck by lightning from 8 miles away, you fucking deserved it.
Can't make any adjustments, make any kind of tuning up of the cars while we're under a red flag condition. So that's what we're about to see here in just a moment. Steve, let's take a look at this race recap as we have completed 25 of the 55 laps.
Cole Custer with the pole sitter led the field to green. You see relatively organized, and then right away an issue for Justin Marks, one of the contenders we thought was going to be around at the end of this race. He had an engine issue and then eventually kind of spun out in his own oil. The owner of Trackhouse Racing, winner last week, will run tomorrow in the Cup race. Didn't go his way as a driver.
Cole Custer winning stage 1 and getting a playoff point.
I'm at 34 wrecked hard.
For Andre Castro.
I mean, to set up streaming on the Switch, I got to do a lot. I got to fucking take the HDMI from the Xbox, put it in the... You know what? I might do that. I might fuck around with it and see if I can get it to work properly.
Racing,
I just want to see if it's going to work, you know.
So that is
I might do that in a minute.
that we are in now. The cars have been pulled onto pit road, and the red flag now has been displayed. So the drivers will climb out. They can cover the car.
Settle in, fuckers.
Do any kind of adjustment.
Good thing my Switch came with I needed an extra HDMI cable anyway, and my Switch came with one, so...
Now, if you're Cole Custer or Nemechek or Allgaier, this could be frustrating because things were kind of going your way. It was a smooth day. You were probably closing in. I mean, look at Cole Custer. He's led 25 laps. He was probably right around the corner from one of his final, his first and final pit stop, one pit stop for the race. If you're further back into the field, say Parker Kligerman, having an okay day in 9th, but now's a chance to kind of catch your breath and say, reassess. How can I overcome Custer and Nemechek and Allgaier? We've kind of seen the hand that they have, the pace that they have in their cars, so you can kind of adjust. I don't know if there's a tremendous amount of game planning, like option A, B, or C, but it's a lot easier to sit face-to-face and have those discussions than trying to do it over the radio and explain it to your driver. And with 5 laps to go in the second stage, I think the leaders will run to the end of that stage to get those points as well, then probably try to come to pit road.
So, a slight delay in the completion of stage
Yes, a
2.
most unfortunate slight delay. Let me close this out. We're staying on stream, but you get to look at OBS for a minute while I contemplate my life choices here and see how I want to do this. So bear with me. First, it would help. God damn, I ain't got enough places to plug shit in here anymore. Fucking phone charger comes unplugged. Whatever. Okay, because I need to plug this other TV up. Then I'll put the Xbox on the little TV. Turn the Xbox on. And I'm going to follow the instructions on this thing to the letter on how to set this up. So my HDMI port on my Xbox is a little funky. So give me a second. It'll work eventually. Take advantage of this free time, Dale. Take advantage. Hey, can this fucking shit work or what? There it goes. Alright, my Xbox is on now. Perfect, 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 perfect. Let me get my Switch ready for docking. Docking, docking, docking. Dirty fucking minds over here. Okay, Switch has been docked. J.J. Haley wins the poll in New Hampshire. Words that will never be uttered, ever. Oh, yeah, I gotta fucking plug the damn... Okay. We'll do this temporarily since I'm trying to fuck around with this. Matter of fact, we'll turn my damn cable box off for the time being. Right now I'm hating having long hair. It's getting in the fucking way. Okay. So what do you guys want to talk about while I'm setting this shit up and you're looking at nothing and listening to me yammer in the background? Okay, my Switch is on the big screen. It's on the big TV. Soldier failed. Oh no, I'm looking at my Switch now. I'm not even looking at the broadcast. So, let me get up these instructions. You know what I just realized? I didn't need to unplug the cable. Hold on a goddamn second. One moment. Put the fucking HDMI cord back in the cable. I didn't need to do that. So, we're good on that front. Oh no, I bumped the damn Xbox HDMI. Now it'll never come back on. Just when I thought I had it all figured out. There it is. It's back on. Okay, okay, okay. We're going to use... HDMI that I have. Very carefully. Okay. Now I gotta fuck with this Xbox again. Why the hell ain't plugging in? Would it kill this just to fucking work? Dude, are you fucking kidding me right now? There we go. Still setting up over here. Come on, Xbox, cooperate. My HDMI port on my Xbox is janky as fuck. Because while I was gone on vacation once, it got knocked over, and I came back home and the HDMI cable had broken, and I think it fucked up the port too. So I have to like jiggle it every fucking time. Like, come on, man. Why can't you just work? It's being stubborn. It doesn't want to work. I had it on the TV, but then it got bumped, and now it will not fucking show me my Xbox again. Well, I don't know yet if I can get this to work or not, because the fucking Xbox won't cooperate. God damn, man. I have to get a new Xbox One just to avoid the frustration of having to fuck with this HDMI port every time. It's hot in here. Be right back. I can't get this thing to turn on. My Xbox will not show my fucking television now. It is not fucking cooperating. Sometimes I plug it right in and it comes on. I've been fucking with this thing for 10 minutes now and it will not show on the screen. Finally, it's on. Fuck. Shitty ass fucking HDMI. Okay, let me look at my thing I have saved on my phone. I need the Xbox Companion app. I got that. We'll see what happens here. I'm worried it's not going to work. Like there's something I'm probably missing. So you can stream with your Twitch using your Xbox. I'm like, really? Okay. No better time to try it than right fucking now. Stream your Nintendo Switch. There's two methods. One, you need to capture a card. This other method says all you need is your Xbox. Use an Xbox. I have OBS. Blah, blah, blah. Here it is. Here's mine. Connect your Nintendo Switch to your Xbox. You need to put your Switch in dock mode. Put Switch, blah, blah. HDMI in port on your Xbox. Launch the One God on your Xbox. And select your Nintendo Switch. Make sure your Switch is powered on. Oh my god. So the Switch is up on the screen. So that's important first step. Now I need the Xbox Companion app. There's two different Xbox apps. I need the Companion app, and I've got them both. So Xbox Console Companion. Free app, blah, blah, blah. Click the connection icon. It's next to an icon that resembles an Xbox One. It's gonna blow my fucking mind if this actually works. I'm so confused. It's not giving me the stream option. So that's kind of a drag. What the fuck is that about? My games, achievements, connection, test streaming. Can't stream because your Xbox app needs to be updated. Okay, well, let me try that other Xbox app. I think the other Xbox. I think you got to do this on the other Xbox app. So, Xbox. Bear with me, guys. We're trying to do something neat here. JJ Haley wins the first race of the playoffs at New Hampshire. Hey, clicking that. This ain't gonna work. Be great if it did. See, it can't. I have to use One God to show the Switch, but it's like, oh, you can't use One God while you're playing remotely. Then how is this supposed to work? Well, that's fucking annoying. I want to use One God. God damn it! Why can't I use One God? I don't understand. And why can't I use that other app? I need to look. Is there a way it says you got to update the fucking other Xbox app? Is there a way to do that? Because I haven't found a way. I've tried to do this before. My Switch is showing up on my Xbox. I'm just trying to get it to fucking capture for me, which would be nice. Let me go back to this thing again and see what it says. You saw it showed my Switch for like a nanosecond, and then it said, "Oh, you can't do that because you're using One God," and it's like, well, fuck. Taskbar. So storing. Now it won't even connect to that. So that's fucking confusing. What if I open up the Xbox game bar? What is that? Guys, if you go back and rewind my stream, it showed my Switch for like a nanosecond. It really did. It was like, ooh. Is there a way to connect this to my Xbox? Or is this just fucking useless? This looks like it's just fucking useless. So I guess I can't stream on Twitch. Or I can't stream my Switch to YouTube through my Xbox because it won't let me use the One God at the same time. No, I'm not. Oh no. I'm just a little confused. And there's no way to update this? Is there like a check for update thing here? Guys, let me know if the race comes back on while I'm fucking around with this. How come you can't use this to stream? Why does this app still exist if you can't do anything with it? I don't understand. Now it won't even connect to my damn Xbox for some reason. Yeah, I want to stream it. Give me help, motherfucker. The page requested cannot be found, so I just can't stream. Hold on, let me Google something else. Oh, that glorious moment where it showed my Switch for 2 seconds. Wasn't that great? Why is my Xbox controller trapped under that? What a clusterfuck. I'm having to daisy chain like 3 fucking consoles together. Xbox. Press the Xbox button. Go to Profile, System Settings. What the fuck is that? Settings. Okay, well, I've already got that setting turned on. This is as recent as January of this year, this way of streaming worked, but now all of a sudden it doesn't fucking work. I'm trying to find answers here, people. It says they've got copyright blockers, so they don't want you streaming using one god. Well, motherfucker. There's a more recent thing. Oh, I'll just fucking get out of my way. I'm trying to read this crap. The race back on yet? Turn my cable back on and see for my damn self.
Chicago has been
Rick Allen, fill this dead air while I figure this out.
Like Ferris Bueller's Day Off, or Batman movie The Dark Knight. The Blues Brothers, very famous. About Julian. About last night, The Fugitive, Home Alone, and Christmas special, Hoop Dreams, My Best Friend's Wedding, The Untouchables. So many different iconic movies around the Chicago area as we look for tomorrow's schedule. Countdown to Green starts at 5 o'clock on NBC and simulcast on Peacock. At 5:30, the green flag will fly for Cup Series racing. At 9 o'clock, or just after the checkered flag flies, will be NASCAR America Post Race on Peacock. You'll see that all year long. All right, guys, do you have a favorite movie of the Chicago movies that
Mobile phone, stream your Switch.
The Fugitive.
Yeah, Fugitive.
Harrison Ford, yeah.
Yes, Richard Kimball.
I like that one.
Yeah.
Without a doubt, I think it maybe kind of pushed me along in my childhood. It's Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I mean, the ingenuity to answer the doorbell. I mean, come on, Rick. That might have, looking back on it, maybe that's how I had a few missteps with NASCAR inspection. And it really all started from that movie back in 1986. Bueller. It's a great one.
Yeah, the mannequin in the bed, too, was classic also. I kind of think Home Alone. The slapping of the face with the aftershave.
So there's a really stupid ghetto way I could try to stream my Switch, but it's so ghetto it's not even worth doing.
Christmas movie, Rick?
Parker's all smiles. He feels good. He said, "Hey, let it rain, but no lightning." Which there hasn't been lightning, and so
never
Jeff,
mind. I guess we can't stream on the Switch without a capture card. And my damn capture card won't work. I don't know why it won't fucking work. It wouldn't work with anything. It literally would not fucking work with anything that I was trying to use it with. But I'm glad I tried all this. The other way's so ghetto, it's not even worth it. It's like using Streamlabs on your phone and just setting your phone in front of your TV and capturing that. It's so fucking lousy and ghetto. I don't want to do it.
Because Cole wanted that Ferrari that they wrecked. Remember that? So, hey, how have you led not only all the laps, but every restart been able to get such a jump on everybody, Cole?
I think it just comes down to how we're using first gear on these restarts, and you can really just launch out of that gear. So it just works out good.
Oh
we
no,
also have
I
good
pulled the
competition
Elgato out of the
as
drawer.
But overall, we just have such a fast car. I mean, these guys really.
Am I really gonna mess with this fucking thing
So
again?
hopefully the rain holds off. I'd love for it to, but if it does, we'll manage it and it'll be a little.
Oh, glorious Elgato!
Awesome Nation Ford Mustang.
You broke my heart.
I think we have a potential. Hopefully, either at the end, hopefully have a chance to win this thing. So just gotta keep it clean.
Are you
One
surprised
moment,
at
please.
how well this racetrack has raced? All the drivers I've talked to said, man, it's unbelievable out there.
Yeah, I was honestly shocked that we didn't wreck more cars. It's edgy. I mean, there's so much that can go wrong in just one lap. And you got to really be on notice with yourself every single corner to not overdrive it and not to make any mistakes. So hats off for the field so far. I mean, I'm sure it can get crazy here at the end of the race. We'll see. Maybe I said that too soon, but it's impressive so far.
It is starting to sprinkle a little bit. So if there is racing in the rain, how will that change the dynamic when it's on a street course, which you've never
What the hell's
done?
up with this
Yeah,
HDMI cable? It's
interesting.
weird.
We did get to do some rain laps in practice in the Xfinity cars, so we have a little bit of an experience with that, and we'll just kind of go and take it as it comes. I mean, I think we have a good car, and we weren't bad in the rain, so just got to manage it. Make sure
Xbox,
you
you've
don't
outlived
make
your
big mistakes.
usefulness
Biggest thing
for
right
now.
How did the win at Portland change kind of the mindset for you guys on the 00 team, Cole?
Well, it's just all about playoff points. I mean, we want to get as many playoff points as we can, and we don't want anybody else to get any. So that'll just help you so much once you get into the playoffs, of getting into the final round. So we're on kill right now, where everything's clicking. I feel like, and me and JT have worked really hard, and everybody at the shop, and everything's really going in the right direction.
So when you looked at the tracks this year, did you honestly think road courses would kind of be the strength of your team?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like we've always been good at road courses. I feel like I've always done a solid job at them. I hadn't won one before this year, which always frustrated me because I'd always been in the mix, but it never really sealed the deal. So to finally get that one meant a lot. But hopefully get a second one here. I mean, we got a really fast
I hate
car.
messing with this fucking Elgato.
Hopefully to finish that.
I have an Elgato. I'm gonna try.
The final few restarts. So how much confidence did that give you at that part of your game?
Huge. I mean, there was so much that happened in that race, with overdriving the corners and how the restarts played out, and we were able to be on a good
All I ask is that I
we have a
try.
fast car today. You might see some of that too. I mean, you're going to have to really push the limits here at the end of the race, so hopefully we'll be on the good side of it.
So is that in the back of your mind? You're thinking, all right, if this comes down to later, I liked that restart. I might try this a little bit different.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, I don't know if I haven't been mid-pack yet, so I don't really know, but I don't know how aggressive everybody's been on the restarts yet. So, but when it comes down to it, you got to. So it's going to be wild once it's 10 to go, and everybody wants to get that spot up front.
He's led every lap so far, and Rick, that sprinkling I mentioned a moment ago, it's now stopped. So hopefully we're getting closer to getting back to green here in Chicago.
We agree, Marty. And I agree, Ferris Bueller's Day Off is a great movie, as we were talking Chicago movies. Well, how about Brandon Jones and his favorite movie? Well, it kind of ties in with his helmet, Top Gun.
Brandon Jones here, and this is my helmet for this season. If you're a movie junkie, you love the pilot stuff, you're going to recognize it right off the bat, but it's from the brand new Top Gun with a twist. I wanted to kind of incorporate the rooster design portion of it, but I wanted to put my name, obviously. I think to do Goose's son, I think that's pretty cool. I wanted to kind of highlight that. The coolest thing about this entire helmet is the oxygen mask that you would plug into the jet. So that's what the front
The
is.
Hellcat.
And then Rooster's helmet doesn't have this, but this is kind of my logo. This is what I've always put on every one of my helmets. I call this the Cowboy Bandit, the Skull Bandit. A super cool, unique helmet this year. I've done a lot of different things in the past. It's hard to continue to come up with ideas, but this one for sure knocked it out of the park.
So Top Gun Maverick.
One
I
sec.
thought it was a great movie as well.
Oh,
I enjoyed Top Gun when I was, thinking about I wanted to be a pilot right after that, and then of course Top Gun Maverick follows it up. Kim.
So let's get a word with Brandon Jones. You were watching that little piece there. Do you feel like you have a rocket ship under you? Or a fighter jet?
Fire jet. Hey guys, you like those fire jets, huh? Fire jets are fast.
It's a really fun track. I've really had fun all week at this place, trying to learn. I've spent months and months, I feel like, ever since we've known about this track, ever since it's been available to get on the simulator, we've been running laps. I know pretty much this whole field really has been doing the same thing, but trying our best to prepare, and it is definitely fun to come race here, but so difficult to pass. I think that everyone is just kind of being patient in the beginning. People are definitely getting comfortable, though, so I think that you're going to start seeing a little bit of that ramp up now once we kind of get back going inside of the car. So big thanks to Menards, Homeworks, everyone that's on board here this weekend with us. We got some guests from those guys. So pretty cool. We just got to get going. But I think our strategy right here is going to play out pretty good and get us some track position. And I really think that's all we're missing is just trying to get some track position. And I think that'll pay dividends when we do that.
I wanted to ask about strategy. Currently running 30th, but you made a pit stop on lap 19. Questions as to the drivers that came down that lap. Are they going to be good to the end of the race if we see some cautions?
Might be a little bit of a stretch for sure. Now we're kind of getting a few sprinkles, so I think if you had to come put stickers on that or rain tires on that, will be a little bit different. I don't think it'll work out as well as it would have if it just stays dry, but it's just pretty light right now, so it still may work out for us. But yeah, it'll be close, but at least I think getting that track position is going to help. I don't think that these guys are done having some moments here today too, so hopefully
sorry I'm not
be in a position where we'll get
talking much. I'm
all come back
trying to
down
figure
again
this shit out.
It is spinning right now. Talking about wet weather tires, we got to use them, or you got to use them yesterday in practice. Give me an idea of the feel of the race car on the wet weather tires versus the slicks.
I've never been a big fan of rain racing until a few years ago, and I actually picked up on a bunch of little things that helped me a ton rain racing. So I'm good with it. Bring it on. You know, I think that it's pretty fun. The biggest thing that I've always underestimated with that rain tire is just the grip level of it. It's actually got way more grip than you would ever think, and it needs a lot of heat. Those are the two big keys with that rain tire that you really have to remember as a driver to make it work. So yeah, definitely gotta stay after it when the rain comes. But the pace falls off too, so it's a really good equalizer, I think, for everybody because everything just kind of gets a little bit slower and bunches everybody up.
Marty, sounds like Brandon Jones
When
is ready
the
for
rain
the dry.
comes.
Let's chat with John Hunter Nemechek, second right now. So the word we were talking about earlier was survival, right? Are you surprised, though? It's been a very clean race.
Yeah, I hope you don't jinx us now.
No, I'm not. I hope.
Yeah, no, it definitely has been a clean race. I feel like everyone kind of knew coming in that we had to be respectful to one another out here. And I think what Tart said yesterday, that every driver knows where the problem areas are and how do you use that, right? So for us, we've had a really good day. Our Yahoo Toyota GR Supra has been really fast. Almost as fast as Xfinity 10G. Cole is definitely a little bit better than us right now, but hopefully when we make a pit stop, whenever we do, and either put wets or slicks back on, we'll be able to make the adjustments that we need to go contend for a win.
So when you and I were talking, I said, tell me about the course. Do you see the buildings? What do you see? And you said, I see the fans. I mean, do you see them packed against the fence?
Yeah, you definitely do. Being able to ride around here under caution has been really, really cool. Looking out to the right, out to the left, I mean, there's fans packed everywhere. And it reminds me of some other road courses that we've run in the Truck Series and in the Cup Series where it's just completely packed. I mean, going from turn 5 to turn 6, if you look out the right side under caution, it's 2 or 3 rows of people packed up against the fence, and I think there was one guy even hanging out of a tree watching. So it's been really cool. This whole experience of racing downtown Chicago has been amazing. Hats off to everyone in NASCAR, Julie, the town of Chicago, for all that they've done, and it's been an adventure. It's been a new thing for us trying to figure
Not
out
me.
our bearings, but I'm having a blast.
Sup,
So
fuckers?
when the schedule came out, were you thinking, man, should we
Hey guys,
Xfinity
look,
be
you can
first,
see
and maybe
me.
the Cup guys want to go run
Aren't
the
you
race
glad I'm not,
first
like, naked
rather
in
than
here
us?
or
What's that
something?
like to be the first race on the street course?
Yeah, I think it can go one of two ways. It could have went really good or really bad, right? And I feel like so far it's
Why
gone
is it
really
not
good.
recognizing that I've got my
Really
capture
been
card
trying to
plugged in?
learn, logging laps and making mental notes for when it comes down to the final stage. As it's raining more here, it may change some more things, but it's
It doesn't even recognize that the capture card's plugged in.
On the Chicago street course here racing, an iconic day. So hopefully we can go out and be the first winners of the inaugural street race and first winners of the weekend.
Speaking of
I think my mic's up loud enough. It's just I'm kind of far away from it.
What was that moment like? Did you take
So,
it?
I don't know.
Did you take it in? Did you kind of soak it in? What was that like coming down pit road, pushing the car, and being on the track for the first time?
Yeah, no, it was super neat being able to.
I'm trying to figure out
how.
why is it not even picking up that I've got a capture card plugged in? I've got the capture card plugged in the way it wants. So I'm just a little confused as to why it's not picking up on
as the
it.
rain picks up here, how's that going to change the game? Because we will race here in the rain. How did you feel like your car was in the rain?
We're about to get a rain race, guys.
I feel like we know what we did wrong earlier when it was just drizzling a little bit. So hopefully we can make that adjustment to be better in the rain. But we weren't very good earlier today in practice. So we just felt on top of the racetrack and didn't feel like I had any grip.
Why is OBS not
where other cars are
recognizing
making quite a bit of grip? So we have to go back to work. But Ben and
my capture
the boys
card?
have been working hard. We talked a lot about that just with rain in the forecast
This
and the unknown,
version.
right? So I feel like we have a good game
capture.
plan if we go back on slicks or if we go back on wets. But if it's going to rain, let it rain.
There you go. And Kim, a moment ago, Ben mentioned, Ben Bayshore, his crew chief, they chatted about that as well. What are we going to do? What's the plan if it does indeed rain as it continues pretty steady here, Kim?
Yeah, it's definitely getting heavier down here, Marty. Brett Moffitt and I were just discussing what's going to happen to the racetrack. It got rubbered up. We're going to see this rain, not quite enough to wash up the track. What do you think we're looking at when we go green here?
I don't know. This weather's kind of all over.
Why is it
rain,
not
it's
picking
stopped.
up?
Now it's starting to pick back up again. But
How the fuck you get OBS to recognize capture card?
Technical Solutions Ford Mustang is really fast. We got the track position we need. So hopefully we can go collect on some stage points here again in the second stage and move on. We'll just have to be on the tip of our toes with what tire decision we want to make or if NASCAR mandates that for us. But still a lot of racing left. Hopefully we can stay clean and stay up front.
It has been clean and relatively calm. Do you predict that's going to be the second half of the race, or are things going to ratchet up and we're going to see some chaos?
Well, the rain could be a big decider in that, but I do think even if we do go back dry, I think the drivers are getting more comfortable finding out where they can push a little bit more here and there, and that's going to create more chaos, certainly on restarts and even just trying to push to catch the guy in front of you. So comfort can be a bad thing in terms of chaos, but yeah, I would expect a little more excitement as we go.
When we take the green flag, Brett Moffitt will roll off from the 4th position.
I guess I'll just have to figure out this shit later. It's not recognizing my capture card.
This front or little storm that is coming through looks as though it's trying to pass a little bit to the north of us, but you see another one building back there. And again, the reason we're under a red flag condition is not because of the rain, because we can race in wet conditions. We can't race if there's lightning.
Yeah, lightning's the issue. The real question is with the rain, will it be mandated wet tires or team decision? We'll just have to see.
Well, let's check in with Dale Jarrett and Brad.
I tell you what, guys, let me stop this stream,
What did you guys think?
and we'll come back when the race is going again. I got some shit to figure out. I'll be back in a little bit. I might be back sooner than you think if I can get this shit to work, so give me a little bit. I'll be back. Catch you guys later. Was that my drums in the background? No, my drums are to the side of